Ladies and gentlemen, this is Real Honesty without Jonn Ritland. I am not Jonn Ritland. I am the Derbinator. Hello. And we had a fantastic episode of NXT tonight. We started off with a promo from Ricochet. Going on how he is the one and only. And as he was delivering his promo, who else interrupts but Velveteen Dream? And boy, did they have a heated promo together. It was actually pretty interesting to watch. You could tell both were very over with the crowd because the crowd was kind of fighting with themselves on who to cheer for. Dream tearing down the one and only bit from Ricochet by saying the one and only is Velveteen Dream. And yeah, they had a great promo battle. Ricochet at the end saying he's coming to steal the show and steal Dream's spotlight. To which Velveteen Dreams replied with, anything you can do, I can do better. So Ricochet tells him to prove it. And Dream, starts to take off his chain, starts to walk off, looks like he's about to get out of the ring. It's very telegraphed what he's going to do next. And when he goes to turn around to charge at Ricochet, Ricochet meets him. He starts to move forward, and Velveteen Dream backs off. Two have a bit of a stare down as Velveteen Dream is starting to slide himself out of the ring. And this will be a very interesting feud to watch. After that, we had a match between Raul Mendoza versus EC3. Raul put on a great aerial and speed assault against EC3 at the very first minute or two of it. But afterwards, EC3 easily overpowered him. Match didn't last long. He put him away with ease. Then EC3 goes on to his little promo and tells the crowd that he's going to put himself on the top, and that one day NXT will be known as NX3. Yeah, that was about it. Afterwards, we had another matchup. It was Derbkota Kai versus Vanessa. It was a good short match. I know I usually complain about short women's matches, but what came after does help a little bit. It was a good match. It was the Kiwi Kicker versus the Dominatrix. And after getting beat down for a bit, Kai took down Vanessa. And before she could even celebrate her win, out comes Shayna Baszler out to meet her. Because a little plot line that's been going back, if you haven't been watching NXT, is Shayna Baszler bullied the living hell out of Derbkota Kai, leading up to her becoming champion. So Shayna Baszler has instilled fear in Derbkota Kai. As Shayna Baszler is walking up to Derbkota Kai, she starts to back into the corner, and then Shayna Baszler turns around, proceeds to choke out Vanessa as Derbkota Kai is running off. Shayna Baszler does her bit, and she just holds up the championship, and she's like, yeah! Afterwards, in the back, Derbkota Kai is confronted again by Shayna Baszler. Derbkota Kai, too scared to respond. Shayna Baszler, that's what I thought, and then walks off. But as Derbkota Kai is contemplating on what she's going to do, laughter is heard. And who else could that be but Nikki Cross? Now, I don't think this is leading to a feud between Nikki Cross and Derbkota Kai. I think Nikki Cross is going to bring Derbkota Kai to her side. Help her unleash that inner crazy. Who knows? I'd like to see it. But then, after that, Heavy Machinery versus War Raiders. And they put on a great match. It was Raul Mendoza to begin with, but briefly after the match started, both sides got into the ring. They started pummeling each other. There were great spots from both heavy power teams, with Dozovic suplexing Hansen, which is not an easy feat. And then match ended with Hansen going off the top turnbuckle onto Tucker Knight, who was also picked up by Rowe. So you have Rowe holding up Tucker Knight, Hansen jumping off the top turnbuckle. That's some That's something you expect from, like, the lower weight class tag teams, not these guys. And then we got to the conclusive match. Tommaso Ciampa versus Cassius Ohno. And boy howdy was this a brutal matchup. These two really went at it, and with Mauro Ranallo's brilliant energy, sans the whole hashtag local medical facility quips that they always have to use so that people don't call hospitals and annoy them. Mauro's brilliant energy helped make this match feel more alive, and the crowd was just into every moment of it. Tommaso Ciampa, though, he is looking wrecked to shit. His eye is busted, with blood in his eye. He's got bandages on his leg, and you can see where the blood is pooling. Like, this guy's already beaten to shit, and he's coming in day after day after day for matches. That's fucking crazy. But Cassius Ohno did not pull any punches. He went at him. Surprisingly, though, after the massive beatdown, the lengthy beatdown of Tommaso Ciampa, Ciampa turns it around and wins the match. After he won, getting showered by the boos and crowd shouting, "You're a devil," or "You're the devil." He goes to take off his knee brace, looks at Cassius Ohno, and then runs over and chokes out Cassius Ohno with his knee brace after hitting him. So, yeah, that was NXT. It was, I wouldn't say short and sweet because, it's an hour. It's the same length as any other NXT. But it was definitely very entertaining to watch, and I didn't feel like it drug on for too long. So, I'm rather pleased with this NXT. I'm going to give it an A. And if you agree, hit the like button somewhere around here. Hit the dislike button if you don't agree. And leave a comment and tell me what you thought of the matches. But, that being said, this is the last episode of the NXT reviews from this current hashtag local rental facility. And starting next week-ish, when I get moved in, the reviews will be happening from my new house. So, this has been Real Honesty without Jonn Ritland. I am not Jonn Ritland. I am the Derbinator. And you have a great night.